Hey, how you doing, guys? This is Richie. Rook Exodus. So I missed out on this series when it came out. For some reason, I skipped over it, but I'd been hearing such good things about it. The art was so good, and the story is great. And Geoff Johns is a great writer. I'm loving Hyde. A lot of this Ghost Machine stuff is really good. So I ordered this from eBay. It's a second print. Most of the first prints were like 20 bucks a pop. So they got a little bit expensive. So this was the cheapest copy I could find. So I bought 1, 2, 3, and then from my comic shop, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which just came out last week. All right. Geoff Johns and Jason Fabok are the creators. Brad Anderson is the colorist. Rob Lee, letters. All right, so this is the Kepler system, Planet F. Purchased by Better World 2,152. Rebranded Exodus in 2,153. Colonized in 2159. The Earth engine failure came at 2170. And evacuation started in 2171. So planet Earth wasn't doing too good, so they found another planet that they colonized and like controlled the weather and everything. Controlled all the animals. It was supposed to be like the perfect planet. So it starts off, this rocket ship is taking off. And it's trying to get into orbit and it just blows apart. So people are frantically leaving this planet because it's failed. The system that they have that turned it into paradise just is not working. And everything's crumbling. People are starving. Animals are starving. So the chances of escaping shrink every sunset. With the engine offline, the climate is reverting. Water's drying up. Animals grow hungry. He needs parts. So he's trying to build his own spaceship so he could go back to Earth. Now, I'm not sure if he even knows if anything's still on Earth. So he was a farmer back in the day. And now his name is Rook. So these helmets they have, they control certain types of beasts. His control birds. Other guys control pigs, some control bears, whatever, animals, whatever. So he's scavenging around this blown up ship. So, but he finds this guy with a piece of steel sticking through him who was on the ship. And he tries to help him out. He wants to give him some painkillers. But he hands him this thing here with all paperwork in it. Don't let them burn. He wants to give him painkillers, but the guy won't let him, and then he dies. And then all of a sudden, this gigantic bear comes blasting out, and supposedly because the planet is so big that the animals grow bigger. So I don't know if this bear is controlled by somebody else, but he's in trouble. So he's trying to fight him off. And he calls in his birds. He has through the helmet, he connects with the birds and he can kind of control them. So they come to his rescue. They start nipping at his eyes and he runs off. But the birds are starting to starve because there's no food. So they find some water and there's some fish, but the water's drying up and it's leaving the fish on the side there. So he gets a meal for the day and the birds get to eat. He heads back to his place where he's living. Now this place used to house 800,000 people. It now only houses 1. So he's like one of the few left standing. and he's anxious to get off of this planet. 2 years ago, it had a population of almost 800,000. Today, it's 1. And you could see on this great double-page spread that everything's deteriorating. It's all falling apart. So men playing God doesn't work, at least not in this story. In less than a month, it will be 0. He figures he's only got about enough food and water to sustain him for another month. So he's got this connection to the birds, but he needs a break. So he takes the helmet off and he sits around eating, and he likes to drink. So even when you take the helmet off, because of the connection, it sometimes kind of sticks around. So it's always in his head. Now he's out scavenging around again. So he goes into this place, and all the doors that are X'd, he's already scavenged through them and took whatever supplies they had. He has a maintenance key card, so it gets him in and out. Man, this artwork is fantastic. The coloring's good. Just all these Ghost Machine books are just great. They really are. I missed out on so much Geoff Johns' work. I need to go back and read his Green Lantern because I never did, and I'm a huge Ethan Van Sciver fan. I love his artwork. I think his show is hilarious. If you don't take it too serious, So he's sitting in a movie theater by himself, and he must be getting lonely, and he starts opening up the package the guy gave him, and it's showing his family. And he keeps thinking in his head, the guy kept saying, don't let them burn. And he's not sure if he's talking about the photo or his family. He'll never know. Are they stuck on the planet somewhere? He's wondering what that was all about. So he's working on his spaceship. And he eats, and he goes through the same routine again. He needs relief. He finds booze. And he's out and about. He's getting hungry. The birds are getting hungry. Man, look at that. Just great. Oh, and he sees his buddy. So he was trying to call his buddy before to help him scavenge. And his buddy controls boars. And what was his name? He's called Rook. I forget what his friend's name was. I think it says it. They haven't eaten today. What happened to you? You look like one of my pigs threw you up. Now, this guy, he don't want to leave. He's staying, man. He's told him, I'm staying. His helmet's getting glitchy, so he has to reboot it, and they're just BSing back and forth. We only have a few months left before everything dies. Weeks, maybe. I'm not leaving Exodus, Rook. I'm not deserting my drift. I guess that's what he calls the animals. They're animals. No, they're more than that. They won't leave my side. And Rook says the moment our helmets go offline, those things will either run away or turn on you and tear you apart. It's only a matter of time. And he says, have you spoken to any of the other wardens? They're called wardens. So there's other wardens in this world or on this world. So he said, we got to focus on recovering the parts. He says, tomorrow, all right? He said, now let's just enjoy. So they got their booze. They're hanging out, drinking up. Life is good. I come back drunk. I should have known better. Work always first. So he starts working on his rocket ship there, and he falls. And he gets knocked out. And he starts dreaming back to what it was like on Earth in 2148. Bloomington, Illinois. And he was a simple farmer, and I guess he always had kind of a connection with crows. It was always in his life because he used to have to shoo them away from the crops. And then he sees that people are starting to leave in droves. All the ships are going, and he goes to his father. Riots are escalating, and just craziness in the world, the floods, and this company is trying to recruit people to go to this planet Exodus to work for them. And the old man, he knows the writing's on the wall. But the kid don't want to leave. This is our home, he says. So 15 years later, I think the old man, some people think the old man set fire to the farm. And if he did do that, it was probably to get his son out of there. It says your father set the fire, but I don't see him in there at all. So maybe the old man wanted to push him along to save him by setting the fire. And he talks to this guy from this company, Exodus or whatever, and he's trying to recruit him, They'll pay him good money for his farm, his land. And he finally decides to go. And he's leaving the people behind, and he sees downtrodden people saying, "Don't forget us," holding signs. And he's off, man. There's real good sci-fi spaceships, man. Fabok is doing great on this. Really good. So off he goes, and he lands and starts getting a feel of what's going on. And they hook him up. Well, this is a commercial showing what he could be. So sure enough, he finally awakes from his little accident here. And he's walking around scavenging for stuff, and he sees one of the boars from his buddy. It's torn to shreds. And then the rest of the boars come running. This ain't my day, is it? And then all of a sudden, four of those gigantic bears. Don't try and move, your spine's been broken. Now this is the guy who controls the bears. So he broke his buddy's spine, and he ripped his head off. And he says, "And your skull is crushed." And that's where it ends. So I'm interested. It's got me definitely interested. So Rook Exodus #1, Geoff Johns, Jason Fabok. Good stuff. #2 should be in my hands tomorrow, and the rest tomorrow too. I'll do some more on this one. More vids. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll catch you later.